Welcome, everybody, to something brand new and historic. The 12-team college football playoff is here. And an exciting new wrinkle. These first-round games are on campus in front of hyped-up and partisan crowds. Two teams battling for the right to move on to the quarterfinals. And our matchup tonight sets up a potential Cinderella story. The last team to qualify for this 12-team playoff on the road against a team that likely believes it should be resting and watching this first-round game on TV. This is a dangerous spot for the home team and a chance for the underdog to spring an upset and move on to the quarterfinals. As we'll see the number 11 seed in this playoff, the Alabama Crimson Tide, taking on the number 6 seed in the playoff, the Texas A&M Aggies. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Chris Fowler, joined as always by Kirk Herbstreit. And the playoff is here. We've got a tremendous on-campus environment. Can't wait to get this one started. It'll be tackled at the 18. That's good coverage there. So Alabama's offense going to get the chance to start this game off. And here he comes, the quarterback, all eyes on him. He's the guy that just makes everything go.
Well, this guy's Mr. Do-It-All. It's almost odd to say this about a quarterback, but he truly does. He's the echo of the coach and the connector of this offense. When everyone is hooked up to him, this team operates at maximum capacity, and that usually means their opposition is in trouble.
Listen to the crowd energy here in the early going. This is a tough environment for visitors. From the shotgun, here's an inside give. Try to run it up the middle, but get nothing.
Well, that's an excellent effort here by this defense, staying in their run fit, staying holding their own at the line and making the tackle. The offense just couldn't get enough of a push to get anything going there.
So the offense faces a third and manageable here from the 25-yard line. Looking to throw. It's Milroe. Receiver looks it in. It's complete. Tackle is made, but the junior quarterback shows off his arm strength that time. Alabama getting set with a 1st and 10 coming up. From the shotgun, it's a handoff. They've got him down out near the 40.
It's a good, solid game, 5 or 6 yards. Love to see that from the running game.
2nd down after that run on the previous play. Off the play fake, looking to throw the football. He's escaping the pocket now. Quarterback gets down to avoid the tackle.
Well, they did a good job of getting pressure on the quarterback, but, man, make the play, bring him down. Instead, they give up positive yards here on the scramble.
On the ground, it's Young. They'll stop him behind the line for a loss of 1. They don't block the defensive end. It shows some quickness, Kirk, getting around the edge that time.
Yeah, this guy's usually getting around the edge to put pressure on the quarterback, but he reminds everybody here that this guy's a complete package. Not only can he pressure the quarterback, but also he is very, very talented and shows you the physicality he has against the run as well.
Drops back, looking to throw for it on 3rd down. Can't hold on. Good defensive play, brings up a 4th down. And the punt team makes its way onto the field. And he gets it away, a directional kick with pretty good distance. The punt goes out of bounds. Looks like they'll spot it near the 25. So the Texas A&M Aggies offense gets their first crack now. All right, Kirk, let's take a quick look at the impact players for today's game and how they're going to affect the outcome.
These are your leaders on the field and in the locker room. These are your go-to guys, not only when you need a play to be made, but also when you need somebody to rally your team.
They'll stop him behind the line for a loss of 1. Well, that was that excellent linebacker with a clear path just running downhill quickly.
You know, I think one of the great things about watching this guy play all year is his vision. He just has great instincts. That time the defensive line ate up all the linemen, freed up the linebacker to get into the backfield, and the result is a tackle for a loss for the backer.
Drops back, needing a 3rd down completion here. Fires it on the move. Finds a man open on the right side downfield. And the play is good enough for a 1st down. They'll move the ball to the 44. Quarterback making adjustments now to what the defense is showing. Handoff taken, trying to run it behind the big left tackle. He's found some room at the 45. An explosive play. They'll finally make the tackle down to the 27-yard line. The Aggies are looking to keep this drive going. They'll hand it off. They stop him, but it's a first down.
Well, this is exactly what you want to see as an offense to open up a football game. Everything seems to be working, whether they're running the football, as we saw right there, able to protect, throw the football with timing and rhythm, everything on full display for this offense to let this defense know they could be in for a long day.
And off inside, looking for the touchdown. And that run produces a decent gain.
Hey, the defense is doing everything that they can to try to keep these guys out of the end zone. Now we've got a big third down coming up.
3rd and goal. Looking to throw the ball. Looking for 6. Makes the grab in the end zone. Touchdown, Aggies. And now the try here for the extra point. PAT makes it 7-0. Kickoff team on the field getting set now. Fields it just outside the goal line. Oh, he's got a crease here. Look out. They finally get him, but that's a great return. The last line of coverage guys just able to corral him, but a great spot to start this drive. He'll hand it off. He gains 9, so it's 2nd and 1.
Great job by the offensive line here, opening up some holes and giving the running back room to run on first down. Plays like this can open up the playbook for the play caller, allow him to make that defense think, are they going to run? Maybe play action, maybe throw the ball.
Oh, and he's in the clear now. It's a foot race. He moves the ball to the 7-yard line. Offense has a 1st and goal now. The defense better regroup after that big gainer. It's 1st and goal just outside the 5. They'll try the ground game here with the running back. Goes backwards, losing 3 yards there.
Well, if somebody talks about a play being blown up, this is a great example of that. That's exhibit A for how to be physical on defense.
Looking downfield, it's Milrow. Here's a screen pass to the running back. He's swarmed by the defense.
Well, the running back that time just kind of sneaks out of the backfield and shows his hands on that nice catch.
Look at a throw on 3rd and goal. And the junior able to get home with the sack. So on 4th down, the decision is to try out the field goal team. It'll be a 24-yard attempt. Should be automatic. And this one is right through.
And that one, my gosh, I mean, it's almost too easy. Nice kick.
They come away with 3 points on the drive, and now the kickoff team will boot it away. Fields it inside the 5-yard line. Solid job by the coverage team. They bring him down at the 16. And here comes the Aggies offense back on the field. And that last touchdown drive, they just pounded away with the running game. Let's see if they can do it again. Quick throw complete to the tight end. Defense surrounds him. Just a short gain on that completion. Short completion there. 2nd down coming up. There's the snap. They'll set up to throw. Receiver makes the catch, and they get him down after the completion.
Quarterback looks downfield to make this throw. He wants to be able to get the ball to be able to pick up enough yards for a 1st down, but instead, he gets the ball at least underneath to the drag route and gets some positive yards.
They make the stop just short of the 1st. Looks like inches to go, and now 4th down. Tackled, but only after picking up a fresh set of downs.
Well, I know analytics are going to tell you to go for it on 4th and inches. It's just a little bit scarier doing it in your own territory. But listen, if you trust your offense and you trust the preparation you've had in these kind of short yardage situations, I say if they get another one of these,
It's intercepted. Tried to fire it into a tight window. And that's a solid return after the interception.
What a play by the defensive back here. You have no idea how tough it can be and how slippery it is out there with this rain. The defense is reacting to the offense. The offense knows exactly where they're going when they're running their route. The defender has to try to be very careful to keep his footing underneath him. Sounds simple, but it's not. To come up with that interception while doing that, that is a big-time play.
Caught quickly. And the defense swarms. Not much of a gain on that completion.
One thing I love about this back is how he gets involved in the passing game. Nice catch here.
Dropping back, it's Milrow. Bringing pressure. Junior steps up and makes an impact play. And as we break for the quarter, Kirk, it's Texas A&M on top. And the first quarter is in the books. What is a huge opportunity for both these programs to get a step closer to a national championship. Through one period, these teams are finding out that playoff games just feel different. Who can handle the nerves better as we head to the second? And at fourth down, they'll punt it away here. And the kick angles out of bounds, so no return possible here. And the Texas A&M offense heads back out onto the field. This offense trying to bounce back the last possession and then in a pick. And they'll get the first down yards before they finally bring them down.
I tell you, this running back from Texas A&M is dangerous when he has room to work. Great speed, good job of picking up the first down. And Chris, you just think about some of the backs that they've had when they've had a chance to put that Texas A&M uniform on. Dante Hall, some people forget, was a Texas A&M running back. Devon Achane, of course, more recently. And even Isaiah Spiller, good tough blend of toughness and speed.
First down play call coming up. How aggressive will it be? An inside give now from the shotgun. Nowhere to run up the middle.
That back just had nowhere to go. Got to give credit to the defense and their run fits on that play.
Important second down play coming up. And a short pitch and catch to the tight end. Runner scoots out of bounds after gaining decent yards. Can they convert on third down to keep this drive rolling? They go with a direct snap. Moves the football to the 30. Good enough for a first down.
Because I just love to see this offensive line in this running game able to establish themselves. This back is already over 50 yards. We're in the first half, so really good job of establishing the run game.
Will he score here? And he gets to the end zone. Touchdown, Texas A&M. So they'll try to add to the lead now with a PAT. He manages the footing, and the extra point is up and good. Kickoff team is on the field. Let's see if they give the returner a chance to bring this one back. He'll return it from inside the 5. And the returner is brought down. Here comes the Alabama offense onto the field. This group is coming off a quick 3 and out. Can they put something together in this drive? Caught over the middle. It's Haynes. Defense makes the stop after the completion. Alabama comes up to the line quickly. Fakes the handoff, looking to throw. They trap him and sack him back at the 10. And wow, listen to this crowd noise. This stadium is vibrating. That's why this is such a tough place for visitors to play. Now in third and very long, looking to throw. It's a safety.
Man, that is a big-time play by this defense, and the only way they can score points without getting a turnover. That should give this team a spark.
On the return, it's Smith. Gets it to the 29 before being brought down. And the offense trots back out on the field again. First play of the drive, they'll come out throwing. Gets the ball up as he's hit, but it's incomplete. What's the play call here on second down for this offense? To throw, it's Weigman. Trying to extend the play. He's on the run. Launches deep. It's caught. Did he get a foot in? Yes, they say it's a catch, a big gain. Another chunk play. This offense is really clicking. And the ball is handed off out of the shotgun. The gain is 3. Now it's second down and 7.
The defense coordinator this week all week telling us about gap integrity, not giving this running back any creases at all. Really sound defense on that play.
Hit just as he throws the ball. It's incomplete. He was hit as he threw that time. And now third down coming up. Not going to be easy here. Backed up a long way to go for a first down. Incomplete. He was hit as he threw the football there on third down.
Hey, the good news is here, Chris, they're still in field goal range, and they didn't cost themselves any points. But they could have more. You got to be thinking about going for this on 4th and short.
Caught near the sideline. It's Green. The coach's choice to go for it does not pan out. Offense moving to a bunch formation. First play of the drive, he looks left for a completion. Receiver brought down after a short pitch and catch. Second down after that run on the previous play. Hand off to the right side. And the sophomore able to bring him down quickly. That gain sets up a third down play. They'll try to move the chains here on the ground. They tackle him behind the line, a loss of 4. They bring the punter onto the field now. And the coverage team makes the stop on this return. And here comes the Texas A&M offense back on the field. So they begin the drive here in the final 3 minutes of the half. And there's the handoff. They'll stop him behind the line for a loss of 1.
Chris, I think we all kind of get caught up in third down. What's an offense doing on third down? But I think what's also important is how well you defend first down. If you can hold your opponents to a short gain or a tackle for a loss, you throw the offense out of whack, and their game plan gets much more challenging to try to come up.
And he's going to stretch the defense, taking a deep shot here. That one falls incomplete. They tried to press it deep, but now it brings up 4th down. And the Aggies bring their punt team onto the field. And the fair catch is made. Always tricky to field punts in this kind of rain. First down play call. How aggressive will it be? Back to throw. It's Milroe. Quarterback escapes the pocket and takes off. Breaking free at the 35. Slides to avoid the big hit.
Chris, watch him work through his progressions here. Finds the first and the second option aren't there. By the third option, he's got to pull it down and try to pick up some positive yards, in which he did, and then he slides down to avoid the big hit.
And they tackle him, but not before he picks up the first. Alabama has now moved into the red zone. Working tight windows, it's Milroe. And with nobody open, he chooses to just throw it away. Incompletion sets up a second down. Here's the snap. Offense looking to throw the ball. And he's brought down. Offense going backwards with the sack.
I can't believe the amount of pressure this defense is getting on this quarterback. Sack after sack. Well, you got to think about changing things up. The snap count, the scheme, anything at all to help this offensive line. They're overmatched so far in this game.
He's going to take off here. And he scores. Touchdown, Bama.
I love to watch this quarterback go out and execute in this kind of situation. He's doing a great job of ignoring the scoreboard and feeling a sense of pressure to have to play with more urgency. Right now, he's executing. We're only in the second quarter. Plenty of time to get back in this game.
Return starts from inside the 5. And he stopped at the 19. Good job by the coverage team. Here comes the Texas A&M offense back on the field. They're trying to build on their lead. They were forced to punt on the last possession. He's moving out of the pocket. That's incomplete. Even on a first down pass attempt, he felt heavy pressure. Incomplete. Second down coming out. To the air. It's Weigman. Makes a quick grab. The pickup is 6 yards, so third down and 4 now.
You know, they don't pick up the first down here, but they do get some positive yards, and I really like the route to get enough separation to give the quarterback enough room to put it in there.
Grab down the middle. It's Thomas. He'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. The Aggies come to the line to start a fresh set of downs. Here comes a first down pass attempt. Oh, they've got him for a sack. A big play made by the junior. After a first down loss, it's second and long from the 23. Looking for some space. It's Owens. And they'll stop him after a short game. The timeout is called to talk strategy. Close game here as we approach halftime. The offense now facing a 3rd and long from the 26. Got to avoid a mistake here. Fakes the handoff here, looking to throw it. Fires it to the wideout. And the pass is intercepted as he throws into double coverage that time. That's a pick and a long return before finally being taken down. So here comes the Alabama offense back onto the field. Well, it's been an entertaining first half. Not much time remaining to cut into this lead. Caught on the outside. It's Hale.
Well, when you run that out route, it's going to end up very close to the sideline. Love his awareness to realize not only keep his eyes on the football, but where he is on the field. He gets his toe down before he goes out of bounds for the catch.
Tackled at the 5-yard line. Now it's 1st and goal right there.
Boy, another positive game for this offense, and this quarterback continues to show how dangerous he is when he has time to throw. The defensive coordinator's got to change up his looks, maybe bring in the blitz, anything that...
And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Crimson Tide. We had a short field. The offense did exactly what they're supposed to do. That would have been a big ask for the defense there, Kurt.
Absolutely, but when you're given that kind of field position, anything less than a touchdown would be a disappointment. They did exactly what they needed to do by capitalizing on that short field.
And he takes this from inside the 5. And he'll be tackled at the 27. That's where the drive will start. So they start the drive looking for some late fireworks here, less than 30 seconds before halftime. Ball handed off. That's a big gain before he goes out of bounds. It'll move the sticks, more than enough for a 1st down. The offense comes back out there. Not much time left, perhaps just time for a couple plays before the half. Looking to set up a screen pass here. Heads out of bounds after a solid gain, more than enough to pick up a 1st down.
Chris, that's another positive game for this offense, and this quarterback continues to show why he's had such a great year this year. When he has time to throw, he gets his feet set. He's as accurate as any quarterback in the country.
And it's incomplete. Even in a 1st down throw, he was under some heavy pressure. Back to pass. It's Weigman. He'll take a deep shot here. And that falls incomplete as time runs out on the 1st half of play. Miller's going to wrap up the 1st half here. Let's kick it down to Kevin Connors with our halftime update.
Thanks, Chris. The magnitude and intensity of these playoff matchups is always something special to be a part of. And it's been said football is a game of inches. And guess what? Based on the comparison between 3rd down conversion rate today and the average yard per play, how can you argue that? I mean, the low-lying fruit is to look at some of the explosive plays we've seen in panic. But really, this game is going to come down to which team is more efficient when they have the ball and how they play when it matters most. That's going to do it for us here at the half. Time to see how this incredible playoff drama plays out. And for that, it's back to Chris and Kirk.
All right, Kevin, thank you for the update. Alabama will kick it off to start the...
Kick it away.
Here's the return from inside the 5. And he's tackled at the 21. That's for the...
21.
And here comes the Aggies offense back on the field. First play of the 3rd quarter is a handoff. Breaking free at the 35. They bring him down, but a big chunk of yardage on the play. Well, the big fellow's Kirk flowing to the right there. The defense just has no answer. It's a huge gain.
Yeah, and what a patience there by the running back, just allowing those blocks to be set up there off to the right, and then once he saw the crease in the defense, accelerates through that hole to show you what kind of speed he has for a big gain and a 1st down.
So 2nd down after the incompletion. Quick completion to the tight end. Defense wraps him up after the catch, but he's just short of a 1st down. It's 3rd down for the offense.
Just a good job of spreading the wealth, making sure everybody's getting their touches. When you do that, the defense can't lock in on one guy or 2 guys. Make them have to be aware of everybody, and allows you to continue to spread the ball around and spread the field, making it tougher for this defense.
They will go for it again here on 4th down. They are 1 for 2 so far today. Back to throw again. He's got it. A 4th down conversion. Drive stays alive.
Well, the defense is in the right coverage here. Looked like they had exactly what they wanted to be able to come up with a stop here on 4th down. But there's the timing between a quarterback and the receiver. They knew exactly where they needed to go. Great timing and a 1st down.
Finding space at the 20. Tackle made after a nice pickup on the play.
Well, this is exactly where you find out what you're made of as a team. When you're trailing coming out of the half, how do you respond? Well, we know how this running back's going to respond. What a statement to get this second half started.
Able to fight for a decent gain here in that running play.
I think this defense keeps thinking about them throwing the football, and by doing that, they're opening up running lanes. Good positive yards there by the running back.
And the defense smothers him for no gain.
That's a great play all around by this defense. Your first-level defenders hold their own at the point of attack, allowing the second and third-level players to roam free and make the tackle close to the line of scrimmage.
He's got it right near the end zone. The tackle made, but the sophomore quarterback showing us the arm strength. And the Aggies line it up with 1st and goal. Touchdown, A&M. That puts them on top in the second half. That kind of execution on a long drive, that's why this team made it to the college football playoff.
That's exactly right. Being able to mix in the run with a pass, picking up 1st downs, and eventually coming up with the touchdown. That is a...
And it's picked off in the end zone. Now they get set to kick it away. He's going to return it from near the goal line. And he stopped at the 19. Good job by the coverage team. Here comes the Crimson Tide offense onto the field. Remember, last time they scored a touchdown. Can they keep clicking here, or will the defense come up with a stop? And they'll bring him down after just a short pickup.
Chris, you know, the spread era over the years has always grown offensively, but what I've been always impressed with defenses that really build their defense to play in space still have an ability to be sound at the line of scrimmage and defend a running game. It's exactly what we saw right there.
Breaking free at the 35. In a big game before he goes out of bounds, the offense keeps churning, gets a fresh set of downs.
You know, all week, the defensive coordinator told us about the quarterback, he told us about the receivers and how they're going to throw the football. But, man, they better get locked in on stopping this run game because that was a big-time game.
Well, they test the middle there, but get nothing.
Chris, textbook job by the defense surrounding the runner and preventing that play from being bounced to the outside.
2nd down after that previous play. And now the handoff. Tackled behind the line. It's a loss of 2.
My gosh, this offensive line's got to do a better job of blocking. The defense was zeroed in on the ball carrier and absolutely nowhere to go for the offense.
Running back grabs it on the screen. The defense stops him short of the marker in that screen. 4th down coming up. And here comes the punter onto the field. He gets it away. Directional kick with nice distance. The punt flies out of bounds. They'll spot this around the 25-yard line. And the Texas A&M offense heads back out onto the field. On that last touchdown drive, they just pounded away with the ground game. Let's see if that formula works again. In the first play of the drive now from the 25. Looking to pass. It's Reed. He's moving out of the pocket now. Lets it go on the move. Launching deep. And the pass is dropped. Would have been a big gain, but he couldn't hold on. Incomplete, so it's 2nd down and 10. Here's the snap, looking to throw. Running back has it on a screen now. Breaking free at the 35. That's a big gain before he goes out of bounds. It'll move the sticks, more than enough for a 1st down.
And I don't think the defense had any clue that the screen was being called. They're getting upfield, getting pressure on the quarterback, and that ball gets dumped. There's no one left to be able to slow him down from getting a big gain.
This one is broken up and falls incomplete.
Well, the defense does a really good job of getting that initial pressure on the quarterback, but this is what he can do. His athletic ability and his legs gets him away from the pressure. He buys some time, and I love how he keeps his eyes downfield. He's not scrambling to run. He's scrambling to make a big play with his arm, just unable to connect with the receiver downfield, but good effort and a good play.
This Texas A&M offense is moving quickly down the field. Looking to throw again. Lets it go under heavy pressure, takes a shot. Oh, and it's batted down by the defense. Great play to deny a touchdown. Incompletion makes it second down. On the ground, it's Owens. Heads out of bounds after a solid gain, more than enough to pick up a first down.
Hey, whether it's been on the inside or bouncing things to the outside, this guy has shown you everything that he has to offer, and a big part of the reason why they're enjoying this nice lead.
They try the middle, but gain nothing on that play.
Well, the defensive line does their job eating up those double teams, freeing up the backers to make the play.
Second down and goal upcoming. And he'll set up to throw. Now rolling out to his left. Runs out of bounds near the goal line. Couldn't quite get there.
I love to see this by this quarterback. And instead of giving up on the play and just throwing it away or trying to put one into coverage, he just takes off, reminds this defense what he can do with his legs, and almost took it to the house.
Trying to run it in, but the defense stops him short of the goal line.
QB just ran out of options. He decides to take matters into his own hands and takes off on that scramble. I thought he might come close to getting it to the end zone. Comes up just a little bit short.
So the offense calls a timeout here. That's their first of the half. And the coach keeps the offense on the field. They're going for it on 4th and goal. And they'll try the quarterback sneak. Touchdown, Aggies. This offense cannot be stopped. So with playoff pressure, Kirk, the offense executes a long, grinding, methodical drive.
You know, the thing I've loved about this offense all year long is their ability to either hit the big play or not have to rely on that. Like this, they're able to sustain a drive and still come up with points and get a touchdown.
Fielded in the end zone. It's Adams. Tackle at the 13. Not great field position to start the drive. Alabama's offense coming back onto the field. The last drive, they came up empty, had to kick it away. Can they come up with something here? Out of the shotgun, he'll hand it off. 5-yard gain, so it's 2nd and 5.
Coaches told us in the pregame production meetings they love this back's mixture of speed and power. We know about the speed, but he also showed the ability to break tackles on that run.
There's the tackle, but first down yardage.
Look, I realize on any play call, when it's properly executed, it can go to the house for a touchdown. But the runs that really make a game plan work are the ones where you get just what you need. And he barely got the first down, but he got it.
The pass is dropped, incomplete. Would have had a huge gain. Took his eye off the ball. Offense getting set. Second down play here. A pre-snap motion from the offense. To the air. It's Milroe. And he just throws the ball away there. Nobody open. Excellent coverage.
Chris, I think the pressure is taking a toll on this quarterback. You can just tell the pass rush is affecting his progressions and his willingness to throw it away.
And he'll drop back here on 3rd down. Eludes the rush. He's looking to scramble. He'll avoid the big hit with the slide. The punt team making their way on the field. On the kick now for the 5th time today. Coverage team brings down the returner. Fresh set of downs for the offense. First down. They'll try the right here. And he'll be smothered right at the line for no gain. And as we break for the quarter, Kirk, it's Texas A&M on top, sitting in a pretty good spot as you wrap up the 3rd quarter, trying to keep those national championship hopes alive. Let's take a quick look at the game sets where we have a chance. All right, here comes the fourth quarter. Everything to play for here. Who is going to stay alive, survive, and advance in the college football playoff? Offense getting set. It's second down. Play action fake, looking to throw. Looking to scramble. Didn't see anybody open, just throws it away. That's now going to bring up third down. They come to the line, a long way to go for the first down, but needing this crucial conversion right now. Here's the throw deep downfield. That deep shot is caught for a big gain. Potentially a touchdown-saving tackle, but not before a long completion. Texas A&M getting set with a 1st and 10 now. Handoff to the back. Goes backwards, losing 3 yards there.
Well, these obvious running situations are very tough when you're working with the lead late in the game because you know the defense is going to stack the line of scrimmage, make it as difficult as possible for...
And he'll loft it to the end zone. Oh, and he can't hang on. Wow, would have been a touchdown. Got to shake that off now. It's third down coming up. Offense been in reverse here. Now a long way to go to convert this third down. It's a screen pass complete to the running back. And the tackle is made. The defense was ready for that screen. They stop him short of the first down.
Now the defense is getting pressure on the quarterback. They got a little bit fooled here by the screen play. Nice positive gain for the offense.
Trying for a 4th down completion. Here's a throw underneath to the tight end. Out of bounds, about a yard short of the marker. A turnover on downs. This line getting set up. It's a 1st down play. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Looks downfield and finds a receiver who worked his way wide open. They bring him down, but that's a solid gain on the play. Offense keeps moving. It's a completion for a 1st down. Here's some pre-snap movement in the backfield. Physical defending. That one falls incomplete. Brings up 2nd down. And now they run the draw play. And he's tackled right at the 40-yard line. Now from the 40, the offense faces a 3rd and long to keep this drive going. Dropping back, looking to throw for the 1st down. He pulls it in for a big gain. Oh, and nothing but green grass ahead. No stopping him, takes it all the way. Touchdown, tied. That's a crucial score, Kirk. Makes it a 1-possession game and makes the stretch run of this very interesting.
Yeah, now the pressure turns to their opponent and their offense. The momentum is starting to tilt, and it's your job to go into your 4-minute offense. But I'd expect this defense to be extra aggressive to try to get this ball back.
Fields it just outside the goal line. And the returner will be brought down. And here comes the Texas A&M offense back on the field. This game just got tighter. The temptation might be to sit on this lead, but we'll see how aggressive they get. Tackle made on the play at the 29-yard line. Looks like a man is down on the field after the last play, so we'll take a timeout. And that run, good for 1st down yardage. The drive moves on. Takes the handoff. It's Owens. They tackle him right at the 35-yard line.
Boy, this guy just keeps playing good football. He's like a bowling ball out there. Gets low pad support, running over top of defenders. Just a gritty runner, and a big part of the reason they're enjoying this lead here in the 4th quarter.
Scanning the field. It's Reed. Quarterback escapes the pocket. Looking to scramble now. And a big gain before he goes out of bounds. The offense keeps churning, gets a fresh set of downs. How aggressive do you get on 1st and 10? Off the play fake, looking to throw. He's moving out of the pocket. He lets it go on the move, looking deep. And it's intercepted, a crushing play. And he's wrapped up after a solid return.
Boy, I got to question the play call right here. Give the defense credit. They get the interception. They put themselves in a spot to maybe tie this game. But what was the offensive coordinator thinking with the lead, taking a chance, and it backfires?
2nd down play coming up for this offense. Motion by the back will make the defense adjust. Looking to pass here on 2nd down. It's caught downfield. Not much after the catch, but it is good enough for a first down.
Man, this wide receiver has been a difference maker in this football game. He's got 2 touchdowns already. Now they look to him again, and he picks up the first down.
Caught in the backfield. It's Young.
Boy, the defense does such a good job of taking any threat downfield away. All he could do is throw it to his back, and loss of yards, now you're behind the sticks.
Second down, we're going to throw it. Not able to hook up there. Incomplete. The defense will spend their second timeout here to make some adjustments. Here we are late in a close game. Crucial play coming up, 3rd and long. Looking to chuck it again. Catch made on the out route.
And the best thing that happens here, Chris, is he gets out of bounds. Gives the offense a chance to regroup, huddle up, make sure they have the right call here for this critical 4th down.
And they'll kick it away here. And the punt heads out of bounds, taking the dangerous returner out of play here. Here comes the Texas A&M offense back on the field. This drive is important. Last one ended in an interception. Let's see if they can get it going here.
Chris, good job here on that stop, but remember the ball is inbounds and the clock keeps moving here late in the game and you're trailing. As a defense, you got to start thinking about utilizing those timeouts. You got all 3 to use. At what point are you going to start putting those into play?
Talking about quickness, that play is absolutely blown up in no time.
Chris, I don't know if that's a misassignment by the offensive lineman or just really good instincts there by the defender, but that play is blown up right at the snap.
Tackle made after a big gain. We head now to the 2-minute warning as this offense tries to bleed out the clock and secure this win. They'll use that running game trying to bleed the clock here. Tackled behind the line. It's a loss of 2. And now a timeout taken by the defense trying to preserve as much clock as possible for their offense. Getting set. Here's 2nd down. Looking downfield, it's Reed. Buying time, moving to his left. Breaks loose at the 45. And now it's the defense that calls timeout here, trying to get organized and preserve as much clock as possible. Texas A&M getting set with a 1st and 10 now. Gonna run it. It's Owens.
Yeah, I like this call here late in the game like this with the lead. Nothing too fancy, just right up the middle. Trust that offensive line and this running back and just keep working that clock.
Quarterback moving out of the pocket, trying to create. And it's complete. What a grab by the receiver right near the sideline.
Wow, a big chunk play to pick up the first down. Now, don't get me wrong, he went out of bounds, but by getting that first down, new set of downs, continue to milk that clock and try to get this win.
The defense all over it. They stop it right at the line. Offense getting set up. Here's 2nd down. Handoff running right. Aiming for the end zone. Makes it across the goal line. Touchdown, Texas A&M. Extra point up and good, so the lead is 12 here in the 4th quarter. Getting set to kick the ball off now. And a misfire there on the kickoff as it goes out of bounds.
Free kick out of bounds. Kicking team.
Kickoff booted out of bounds. The offense will start now from the 40. Big guys up front lined up. It's 1st down. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Caught behind the line. It's Young. But the play loses yardage. Very tough 2nd down coming up now. Offense looking to throw the ball. The pocket breaking down. It's incomplete. That was caused by the defensive pressure. And now it brings up third down.
I mean, this defense is having their way with this offensive line. That poor quarterback doesn't have a chance. Every time he drops back to throw, he's getting earholed. You better make some adjustments up front to give your poor quarterback a chance.
Catch made for a big game, but the fans are wondering where was that earlier in this football game. The clock is still running. They got to get set quickly. Now he just comes up and spikes it to stop the clock.
Incomplete. It's now second down.
Now it's second down here. Back to pass. It's Milrow. Grab made by the tight end.
Yeah, Chris, not an ideal play here when you throw the football and you go the wrong direction. I think we got to look at the playbook here to see how we can try to make those yards up.
Drops back, looking to throw for it on third down. That one is incomplete. The defender was right there, and it brings up fourth down now.
Hey, it's an incompletion, but it's a nice job by the quarterback. I know it didn't pan out, but the most important thing is he didn't turn the football over and he didn't take a sack. It'll give your kicker a chance to put some points on the board if they opt for the field goal here on fourth down.
The offense stays on the field, down multiple possessions. Easy choice. And he's going to fling it deep, going for it all here. Catch made in the end zone. Touchdown, Alabama.
Well, hold on now, Chris. We're under 2 minutes to go, and these guys will not go away. They hit this extra point. You cover an onside kick. You never know.
And he knocks through the PAT. I believe they're lining up to attempt an onside kick. And the receiving team makes the recovery. The hands team does its job perfectly. So with the lead secure here, it's time to just take a knee, run out the clock, and plan the victory celebration. Of course, in the play